Well, we just happen to do, our MSA is zero tolerance, and our whole board has adopted zero tolerance when we ride. And we don't require our members to do it. We encourage our members to do it. We do require our board of directors and our executive committee to be zero tolerance when riding. And we talked a little bit earlier about the old days and when the sleds went 25 or 30 miles an hour, and they did go from one bar to the next bar, and that's how trails were really put in. And there was I guess an error about going out and having a little bit of schnapps and riding, and that was part of the social aspect of snowmobiling. And our job right now is trying to train everybody differently, that the social activity of snowmobiling is just the camaraderie of being together. And alcohol, if it needs to be a part, should be a part after the sleds are put away at the end of the day. Nowadays, sleds with the speeds that they can run, you're going through a trail that is anywhere from 8 to 12 feet wide, and there's trees that close to you. Correct. So you need all of your senses, and we all know from all the studies that alcohol deadens those senses. So zero tolerance is what we say, and we're going to adhere to it, and we're going to continue to push that. We started the zero tolerance program. When I say we, Michigan Snowmobile Association started that about 5 years ago, and this policy has actually been accepted by the American Council and the national policy. So that's great. That's what we're pushing.
So besides the Michigan Snowmobile, there's probably chapters. I assume you don't have one in Florida, but
no, there isn't.
But sort of the northern.
Yeah, pretty much. There's the 28 northern states, from Maine all the way over to Oregon, and so there's associations in each one of those, and then there's provinces. The Canadian provinces of Ontario and Quebec have also endorsed the zero tolerance program.
Well, that's great.
Yep.
Now, what types of things, if you're a family that's interested in getting into snowmobiling? And it can unfortunately be very expensive. What are the ways to go about getting exposed and involved in this?
A great way right now, and because of the cost of it, like you say, it's a very big endeavor to start out. But a lot of the hotels and motels in different areas to the northern, lower, and the UP have started renting equipment and snowmobiles, and you can contact either the Michigan Travel Bureau. Okay. Their website has, on the winter sports, they have a list of all the rental places. Also our website at msasnow.org, you can get a list there. And you can call up an area and you can rent sleds for a day. You can rent single sleds, you can rent two-up sleds.
What's a two-up sled?
A two-up sled would be one driver and a passenger behind you, and there's a separate seat, and there's separate hand warmers for the passenger.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So if a family of four could go out and rent two-up sleds, and it wouldn't be terribly expensive for them to go out and get used to it. Most of the rental agencies out there not only give you a quick safety update on how to drive it, what you have to do, the rights and wrongs, but they'll give you maps and show you the areas so that you don't have to feel uncomfortable. Right. Some of them actually do offer some guided services, but those are few and far between.
Okay. So. Now, for preparation of kids, and I've got an 8-year-old, if I remember right, there's a snowmobile safety program that they have to...
There is. In our snowmobile law, it basically says that if you're a child between the ages of 12 and 17 and you want to drive your own sled, you must have a snowmobile safety certificate on you. And there's classes that the clubs and the sheriff's associations across all the counties put together, those safety classes, and like I said, that's down the road. But if you have a 9 or 10-year-old that you want to drive a sled before that, you can have them drive that, but only under your direct supervision. Right. And of course, from the association standpoint, we recommend that all kids should be under direct supervision at all times anyway. It's snowmobiling is a great, fun family sport, but like with anything else, there's some danger involved in it, and so you have to be aware of those.
So the whole preparatory issues. Now, to start taking a look at, so we've talked a little bit about families getting involved. If you're really interested in getting started as an individual, how would you suggest getting started?
Well, basically, depending on where you lived, the first thing you'd want to do is find a dealer in your area that you can go down and get a relationship built with that dealership and get information from him. There's only 4 manufacturers of snowmobiles made anymore.
Really?
Yep. Yamaha, Polaris, Arctic Cat, and Skidoo.
So there's no Motoski, there's no Evinrude?
No Evinrude, no Johnson,
okay.
no Sears.
Yeah. Yeah.
No Boa skis.
Okay.
No, there's only 4 manufacturers left, and Michigan was the #1 sales state for a lot of years, and right now things are a little bit tougher in Michigan, so we're slipping in that, and actually all the United States is down, but Canada is up, and the Scandinavian countries are very increased in the number of sales.
Okay. And so then I would assume that each year they come out with a new model similar to a car.
They do. Each year they come out with new models. Okay. Every manufacturer has about anywhere from 7 to 10 models. And the models vary from what you want, from, like I said, singles to 2-ups, from smaller CCs to higher CC engines, from the kind that you might want to just use to go out to your fishing shanty, or maybe go through to your hunting camp with, that are very lightweight, to more sophisticated, heavier sleds that would be made for trail riding.
And so this engine issue that you talked about earlier, is that sort of where the competition is sort of in that, is that the big area?
Yeah, the engines, they start out somewhere, most of them start at around 340 to 400 cc's, and they can go on up to 1,000 cc's.
Wow.
So, the top of the line sleds out of the box will go 110 miles an hour.
Wow.
So, but that
is I didn't realize it was to that.
It does, but they only go as fast as you make them go.
Right.
So and it's kind of like the difference between you buying that station wagon and that Ferrari.
Yeah. So. On the sort of the next round of expansions that the association's working on, are you doing membership work, or are you trying to get more trails open, or is it out-of-state marketing?
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
all of the above.
Good.
Obviously we have committees within our association, and membership is a large part of that. We feel that with every member we have, we can get them information not only about the right way to snowmobile, zero tolerance, safety issues, but also about what's going on with state government, with the DNR, and what's going on for new trails out there. So we want to be able to get that information.
Now, do you have how do you go about becoming a member of the Michigan Snowmobile Association?
It's easy as pie. You can sign up online.
Okay, and that website, I believe, is www.msasnow.com.
.org.
.org.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
So sorry. Yeah, it's .org, and for your membership, you get a nice magazine that's sent to you 7 times a year. And like I said, you get all the information. The people who don't belong to our association never find out about what new trails might open up. They never find out about technology. They never find out about different policies and things that are going on. So that's one of the reasons that I think, just from that standpoint, that people should belong to. As far as other than membership, we're working with all the clubs out there. We have pretty much a policy that we're trying to build about 150 miles of new trail every year.
Wow.
Now, then when I say MSA has that policy, it takes us working with the different grant sponsors out there in those areas. Northeast Michigan probably has been our priority the last few years to open that whole area up. For a long time, the city of Alpena sat over there with a loop trail. With the advent of the Department of Natural Resources through trust fund dollars, picked up some abandoned railroad grades, and now Alpena is now connected to the rest of the world.
That's great. I know they're working on it in Rogers City.
They are. There's another grade that's working through. They're having some issues through the quarry, through that area.
I met with them, and they're just trying to work it through.
Exactly, and that's those policies that you have to work through in those projects.
And I know we opened up a big bridge across I-75 2 years ago.
We did. That was really a milestone. There was really a kind of an unsafe thing going on, where to go from one side of I-75 to the other, you had to actually cross over bridges. Not that we don't do that, but it was obviously those bridges were very heavily used and challenging and dry. And so we put an actual snowmobile bridge over that. Snowmobile funds built.
That's great.
And so it's a fantastic bridge.
Well, Bill, I really appreciate your time today. It's been great to get an update. I look forward to our rides, and we've got to make sure people are safe out there.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Well, this concludes another update in our Northern Michigan update. We thank you very much for the opportunity, and Bill, it's been a great interview. And if you need to get in touch with us in our office, you can look at the listing below, but our website is www.jasonallen.org, and you can follow back up with the www.msasnow.org. Thank you very much.